This is the award-winning entrepreneur, O.D. Harris. Welcome to my podcast, where we inspire and uplift founders, innovators, creators, leaders, and the next gen to their next level. Get ready for a great show happening right now. Well, happy New Year's, everyone. This is the award-winning entrepreneur, O.D. Harris, and I'm so glad to be with you guys on the other side of 2022. Today, I want to talk to you about take off. Take off. That's what the word that I got today was. 2022, take off. Two simple words. Interesting, when you're getting ready to fly, and you start making your preparation, you go and you figure out your luggage, you start putting stuff all over your bedroom floor and on the bed. You got your outfits for multiple days. You got to get your deodorant, you got to get your personal hygiene. You start picking through things, and then you start pairing up the outfits, pairing it up like, okay, does this look right? Are these colors in sync with each other? Do they seem like they mesh well? That don't look good. So you strain it out so that way it can look better together. And then I don't know about some of you guys, but if we be real today, how many of you guys actually try on your outfits before you put them in the bag? Some of you guys actually try them on like, hey, I look good in this. Hey, because you're trying to make sure that you are in the preparation stage and the readiness stage. So when you get to your destination, you don't have to try it back on. You find out you don't got to go out shopping. How many of us is guilty of that? Oh man, I forgot something, so I got to go back out and shop for it again. And I can tell you that is the most inconvenient thing you can do, is to go out and shop for something that you should have already been prepared to do. Many of us, before we get going on our takeoff, we like to take time and relax. We get to the airport a little bit early. How many of you guys get to the airport just a little bit early so that way you can just enjoy yourself? You can walk through security. You can just take your time. And then if TSA pull you to the side, Lord knows, oh my God, you're just like, oh, TSA gonna take all day. But you need that extra time so you're not rushing and running, and you're not trying to cut through the lines. And I've been guilty of that, you all, where I've asked someone, please, I know that you may be getting on a flight too, but I'm running late. You mind if you can, allow me to get in front of you so that way I don't miss my flight? And that's what we do sometimes. We're in a rush. We're ready to go. But this 2022 year, I'm thinking about takeoff and how we prepare to get on a plane. We get into that preparation stage. And sometimes we think we're not prepared. Have you guys, just be real with me, have you been the one that get all your stuff packed in the bag and then you think twice, like, did I put everything in that bag? Let me go check again if I got everything in that bag. And because you've been packing for days. You've been laying out your outfits for days. You've been trying on things for days. And so now you're at the end stage where it's time for you to load and get going, and you're questioning if you are prepared, if you were ready, if you had it up to you to go, because you want to make sure everything was in order. How many of us, if we can admit today, that you thought twice if you were ready or not to take off? How many of us, if we're real with ourselves, looked in our bags 2-3 times, just making sure everything was ready to go? Well, we're 2022 now. Everything that happened in 2021 prepared you to take off in 2022. Oh no, OD, 2021 was not a good year. It was bad. There was a lot of different things that happened. I lost a lot of loved ones. I lost a lot in 2021. It was the worst year ever. But yet you're here. Yet you are listening to this live. You're listening to this podcast right now because you were prepared. You were ready. You were in a ready state the whole entire time. You were getting prepared and ready for this 2022 year. It's interesting enough that many of us have decided that this year will be a year of unexpected blessings, unexpected good things that's going to happen because we made up in our mind. It's interesting that philosophers said that if you can think it, you can have it. If you can see it, you can have it. If you can imagine it. I'm so amazed that successful people, they think, they argue about ideals. Successful people, great people argue about ideals, where average people only merely argue about events and basic things. And I want to ask you today, what are you arguing over? What are you arguing over? What are you not convincing yourself that you should not do in 2022 that you are not prepared for? What are you saying to yourself? Like, am I ready? Should I be writing that book? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should take some time to think about if that book is ready for me or not. Maybe I should take some time to think about if I should have, if I prepared myself enough. But I want to tell you right now that you are prepared. You are more than enough. You are more than capable of reaching your goal, your destination in 2022. Yes, it's been rocky. But I want to remind you that in the midst of it, you got to do it. I thought about when I was running for office, and it's always great to just kind of relate back. And every day that I got ready to run, I said, oh my goodness, really, God, is this really what you want me to do? Is this really where I should be going? You know, you kind of question your existence sometimes because some things, when it comes to you, it don't make any sense. Some of you all that got a book in you, you're like, man, I don't even know where even to begin to write a book. But you know it's in you because you know your life story can change people's lives if you actually allow it to. You know that your life story can be something magnificent. It can take people to another level if you just merely share it and you're questioning whether you should start it or not. But I'm telling you right now, 2022 is the year you need to take off and do it. Forget about what everyone else think. Someone's been holding you back. Get rid of them. Some of us, we've been around in crowds of people that really just been holding us back. You know, the only thing they say, the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. Let me tell you, that is the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. I thought about when I decided to start my business a long time ago. I was like, man, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. You know, I don't have it. I don't got the look. I don't got the finesse. I don't have this. Look what everyone else got. Look what everyone else got. I don't got that. I don't got no money. I didn't come from a family of wealth. I didn't come from a family that had $100,000, $200,000, $1 million to get me going. I don't have that. And you think about what you're doing. You're setting yourself up to look at all the negative things that you don't have when you need to be preparing yourself with the things that you do have. That's a word for someone. So many of us have prepared ourselves and have looked at the negative things that we have, and we're not preparing ourselves for the things that we have right now. I think about there is this patriarch you guys may know, and he's responsible for departing the Red Sea, and he questioned everything. You know, everything. I don't got what you need. You know, you want me to do this assignment. I don't have it. And then I thought about what everything that the instruction was given to this particular person was, look at what you got in your hand. All you guys, look what you got in your hand. You got a cell phone. You got a rod. Stretch forth the rod. And guess what? I'm Googling, I could do this. Okay, I could do that. You know, all right, I got it. All right, I could do this. I could do this now. I'm better. I'm stronger. Why? Because you got a rod in your hand. All you got to do is stretch forth, open it up and use it. Because there's knowledge when you do what you're called to do. There is power when you do what you're called to do. The very investment of who you are in this world today, you were put here for a reason. You was put here for a purpose. You're not here by circumstance. Yes, I know that some of you all may say, hey, I don't have the best situation. Maybe if I had what you had, OD, maybe if I just had what Bill Gates had, maybe if I had his money, maybe if I had a Barack Obama or Michelle Obama in my life, maybe if I had like the perfect marriage or the perfect couple, or maybe if I had the best car, maybe if I was riding a Maybach or a Range Rover, I would be better. But what I'm telling you today, everything that you have in this moment in your life, you have already been gifted it. It's already been given to you. Everything that you have, you already have right now in your hand. You're trying to figure out how I'm going to make more money. Let me go to Google. Google, how do I make more money in 2022? And so you're looking for the answers, but I'm telling you, already got the answers, baby. It's already in you. It's time for you to take off. Stop sitting here saying I need to research more things when it's already your time and your season to take off. All you got to do is look within yourself. Look at what you already got. See, this the interesting thing is, like, we question what we supposed to do. We question how we supposed to be moving. We question it, like, man, is this really what I need to be doing? Is this really where I'm supposed to be at? Come on, like, you're thinking about that and you're trying to figure out if this is what you're supposed to do. But I want to remind you that the old proverb said, if you think, you're going to have it. If you open up your mouth, you shall have what you speak. This is why it's good that you think on positive things. When you think about taking off, you get into that ready mind, like, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to deuces, everyone. I'm about to go. I'm about to get to my next level. And you think about this, an eagle as they fly, it's interesting that an eagle, when they have birds and they have babies, once they get ready to kick them out the nest, they kick them out the nest, and then the eagle put thorns back in the nest so you can't go back so the baby eagle can't go back to the nest, but to teach the eagle to fly on his own. This is what I'm sharing with you. You've been 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years plus in your life, and you're still talking about the thing that you should be doing. You still talking about it. That is the problem. I need you to start doing and stop talking. Everybody's talking and no one's doing. And that's where you have to separate yourself from the pack, is that you are doing, you are making it happen. You are courageous. You already have it in you. So what? You don't have all the money. You don't have all the different things that someone else have, but you got you. So I tell you today, write your book. You've been working on a non-for-profit, do it. You've been working on a new business, do it. You know what? So what? You failed 20 different times. This business right here is going to be the next business for you. It's the next transition in your life, and you know it, you believe it, do it. We don't learn until we fail enough. Success is not going to come unless you fail enough, and feel comfortable with failing. Feel comfortable with failing, because that will put you in an uncomfortable place that you can grow, that you can go to another level. Hey, I failed this time. Let me get back going again. I get knocked down, get back up again. Life gave me another blow. Get back up again. Hey, it doesn't seem like it seemed like things was really rough this year. Get back up again. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop. Get it. Don't stop. Get it. Just keep going. Because one of the things that you have to realize when you're in your process, when you are in your momentum, that you got to remind yourself that you're in this to win it. So I think about this. Surround yourself around people who's trying to get great. Surround yourself around great people. Surround yourself around positive people. Surround yourself around people that has momentum. Surround yourself around people that you see going to the next level. Surround yourself. Start divorcing things that does not build you. Start disconnecting from things. If it don't build you, if it don't make you stronger, if it don't make you wiser, if it don't take you to the moon, you need to disconnect any anchors that's holding you down. That was a word for somebody, because some of you guys been having anchors and having people in your life in 2021, 2020, and 2019, and so on. And it's been the story over and over. When are you going to grow up? When are you going to grow up? You know what grow up means? Advanced maturity. When are you going to mature past the people who have continued to bring you down? When are you going to mature past? I can tell you one thing that I thank God that I got over. I got one of my biggest things that I had to get over was people. That was my biggest delivery, that I feel that I got blessed with, just getting over people and what people think about me. Some of you guys need to get over that. Some of you guys are still measuring yourself based on what people think about you. You can't worry about what people think about you. You're trying to take off. You can't. Can you imagine? Come on, it's time for them to take off. You bought the plane ticket, and you still trying to get. Other people are still trying to pack their bags to get on the same plane you getting on. Listen, sometimes you got to do this journey by yourself. You've been waiting for your business partner. You've been waiting for your mom, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your family members to get on the board with your journey. And let me tell you, sometimes you got to understand that journey was meant for you. It was meant for you to do this thing by yourself. Some of you guys are sitting here wondering why, things haven't matriculated in your life like it's supposed to. Let me tell you, because you're still waiting, you're still holding back, and it's time for you to take off. It's time for you to get out from where you was. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to press forward. Your books, your journals, all that. It's time for you to just push forward. Okay, push forward. Let people go. Nah, boo. Nah, you've been holding me down. Nah, you've been talking very reckless, negative. You've been negative. Every time I call you, you're gossiping about somebody. Every time I call you, you don't encourage my spirit. You bring my spirit down. Some of you guys been sitting around here asking for someone else to come and help you when it's really you just need to look within yourself. Where's the money gonna come from? You already got the money. Where's the book gonna come from? What story do people want to hear from me? Well, some of you guys been in some serious situations in your life. Some of you guys can write the story of how your business failed and how it rose to the top. Some of you guys can write the story of how you started driving. Now you're flying to your business. Some of you guys need to start the story of how you was at the bottom. Now you don't rose up to the top. Some of you guys need to write the story of how you overcome where you couldn't buy a house. Now you could buy a house. Some of you guys need to write the story of how you was a bad mama and you became a good mama. Some of you guys need to write the story of how you guys were delivered from drugs and now you became an overcomer. Some of you guys got stories in you that's so deep that the world is waiting to hear. So take off, do it, go. Don't let nothing stop you. I'm reminded of what Steve Jobs had to go through. I'm reminded that he thought about, is the iPhone, is the iPhone ready? Is this really going to take off? Think about Apple when they started out in the basement and then they almost filed and then they was in the verge of bankruptcy and they thought the business was going to close. But guess what? There was a bounce back that happened. I think about Elon Musk. He said, I'm going to actually sit back and I'm going to have people buy books online through a computer. I'm going to create merchandising online. Now Amazon, multi-billion-dollar business. Some of you guys have been sitting back and saying, I didn't know what next was for me. And now you're in the midst of a pandemic and you found yourself, trying to figure out which way do you need to go. And I'm telling you, it's already in you. Take off. Some of you guys need to write that in the chat box right now. Take off. You got to say, some of you guys got to repeat this. Take off. When things get bad, say take off. When things don't feel right, take off. When things seem like it's crumbling while you're trying to push forward your vision, just say take off. Take off, because takeoff is the starting point of where you're going to go and where your greatness will derive itself from. Everything will work together for the good. Some of you guys are wanting this perfect outcome. Some of you guys are so stuck on this step 1, step 2, step 3. No. Some of you are not going to go step 1, step 2, step 3. Some of you guys just need to go to the top. You know what you've been called to do. You know that is in you. Why are you still waiting for third-party validation? It's this season, this 2022. This is your season. It's your time. This is your harvest. Go get your harvest. Go out to the fields and get your harvest. Some of you guys been reaching out to me and say, hey, OD, I want to be a motivational speaker. Start speaking then. You want to be a motivational speaker? Speak. Find people to speak to. Talk to your audience. Talk to the people that you care about. Just start talking. You'll find your way. Hey, sometimes you got to be bold and courageous like me. I create my own platform. I think when I needed a platform to speak on, I went on the corner and I took a bullhorn. I just started talking. And y'all don't know. Sometimes desperate times, you got to get desperate about your vision because no one else is going to believe in your vision unless you believe in it first. If you don't believe in it first, other people are not going to catch on. They got to latch on to it. So don't worry about if it ain't working out right. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. It's not over, but I want you to know that it's not over until you close your eyes. If it don't work out the first time, try again. If you don't succeed, try again. Because this is what it's all about. It's about making it. It's about progressing. It's about moving forward. It's about understanding who you are and what you've been called to do. It's about understanding that you are more than enough. You are more than enough. It's been discouraged. It's been tough. Yes. But life comes and bring you a bunch of blows. But when that blow hits you, get back up again. When it comes tough, get back up again. Put on them gloves. Hit it. Everything life has hit you with, everything it's got, but you're still standing. Life has tried to come and take you out, but you're still standing. Some of you guys got a testimony out of this world that says, I'm still standing. Some of your testimonies and you're standing still in the midst of all your troubles, all the stuff that you've been going through. Some of you all lost loved ones. But you made it over to 2022. Some of you guys are dealing with grief and hard times. I understand. But you made it over. So there's a time, there's a push in you. There's a push in you that said, don't give up. You made ready. You prepared yourself for the flight. You already have what you need. One of the things that I do that I think that it's important that people need to understand is that I spend time with myself. Sometimes I got to get away from everybody else. Silence the noise. Get quiet. Get alone. Sometimes I have to do that. I gotta go to a hotel room. You guys know I love doing things that makes me feel good. Take care of me. I take care of myself. I have to go to the nail salon, get my nails done, get my feet done, and go get a back massage, then go get a facial. And then once I do that, I gotta do that. Why? Because I'm decompressing. Why? Because there's some times where you need to get alone and be still and be by yourself. Some of you guys need to learn how to be by yourself. Get still. And it'll come to you. Get still. It'll come to you. All you got to do is sit back and start thinking okay, let me think on what I need to do. Let me think on it. And I think that when you start thinking on it, you start talking about it, yeah. And this, sometimes I need a hype man. Sometimes I got a friend that I can call that just hype me up. Man, OD, you got this. You got this. Do you guys got a hype person in your life that's gonna support you no matter what? You looking bro buzzing this guy nah, you better keep going. Just like a gym. When you go to the gym, you have a trainer. Some of us have trainers. You go to the gym and you start out small, but then the trainer is going to push you, going to coach you and say, go further, put more weight on there. You be like, I can't. No, you got this. And then you start pushing, you yeah. And then that trainer and that coach gets excited because they see you reaching new levels, new goals. Inspired to a different level. That's what I'm saying to you. You are in the ability. You have the ability to get to another level. You have the ability. You are inspired. Get inspired to reach your next level. When you're in the gym, you're working out. You don't start out with a lot of weight. You don't start out. You just can't. You got to give your body time to warm up. I get on the treadmill, get on the bike. I get to going. And the more I'm on the bike, the more I go. The more I keep going, the more warmer my body gets. And as I get there, I said, okay, good. I get off the bike. Then I go downstairs, get on the, then I want to start doing crunches. I'll start working on my core. Start working on that. Start with a little bit of weight. Put 90 pounds on there and start moving crunches with the weight machine. Then as I get better and get more comfortable, I take the weight, I put it up to 110 and I keep going. Keep going. Then I try to get it down to 180, 190, 200 pounds. Keep going. Then I get off that weight machine. Then I get on another weight machine. Start out low, 90 pounds. Then I build my way up, 110, 200. Then I get off of that. Then I go to the next machine. But what I'm doing is I'm building up. And some of you guys, with your takeoff, you need to build up. So while you're writing and while you're thinking, while you're planting your vision, because you got to write the vision, make it plain. You start with a little bit. You start with step one, because you're not going to write a book overnight. You're not going to see your business. It's not going to become a multi-million-dollar business in one day. It takes time. You work on the next step. Then you get to the next step. Then you get to the next step. Then all of a sudden you found yourself, you're maxed out on weight. And then you're trying to figure out, I need some more weight. I need to find things that's going to help push my body a little bit further. Push me a little bit further. Write the vision, make it plain. Push yourself a little bit further. You got your business journal. You got your journal. Keep going. Keep writing. Keep writing. Every day you're writing something. Every day you're giving something. You're pouring something on paper. Every single day you're going. You got this. You got this. You got this. 2021 was not the best year, but you wrote some things down. But 2022, it's time for you to take off and start seeing these things realized. You don't know where the resources are. Google everything you need online. Google it. Keep going. Keep going. Yahoo it. Keep going. But don't give up. Don't stop. You can't afford to stop. You can't afford to stop doing what you're called to do. You can't afford to stop. It got bad. Yeah, it got hard. Get back up again. Great people get back up again. Great people see that there's sometimes it doesn't work out. They get back up again. They keep pushing. They keep striving for forward progression, striving to push forward, trying to hit the mark. Keep going. Keep climbing. Each person climbing the mountain. You start out a little bit, you climb a little bit more, you take a break, but you keep on climbing. You keep on climbing, you keep on climbing, and then you're watching while you're climbing. You're trying to figure out what rock gives you the most stability to pull yourself up, but you keep going. As you keep going, you keep climbing. As you keep climbing, you keep seeing that, oh my goodness, I can see the top. As you are climbing up that mountain, you're seeing that you can reach it. It's obtainable because you started at the bottom. Because when you look back on where you was and where you are now, you see it's attainable to get to where you was going. Some of you guys just need to look back on where you was. You looked on, okay, you're further than where you was. And some of you guys have been trying, you're asking yourself, where do I need to be? And you're further than where you was. You further than where, keep going, keep climbing that mountain. It's all right. Greatness sits at the top. Great people are willing to go all the way. Great people are willing to go all the way. Great people are willing to go all the way. They don't give up. They don't stop. They stay encouraged. They keep going because they know that if they make it to the top, then they can get further, then they can see what they've done. And when you get to the top, not too many people's at the top. So you keep climbing. Yeah, and guess what? When you're climbing a mountain, the air gets a little bit thin. When it gets a little bit thin, it gets a little bit hard to breathe. You got to control your breathing. So you got to pace yourself. So sometimes climbing consists of you pacing yourself. It doesn't feel good. Sometimes it don't feel right. You got to pace yourself. You got to pace yourself to keep going. And as you pace yourself, you're starting to see a little bit better. I can see it. Oh, I can see the top. Oh my goodness, it's clear. Before, when I was at the bottom of the mountain, it was very cloudy. You know how when you guys look at the top of the mountain, it doesn't look like nothing's there. It doesn't look like you're going to reach it, especially on a cloudy day. You see all these clouds. You're like, I can't even see the top. But as you get to climbing, it gets clearer and clearer as you get to climbing up. So pace yourself. Don't overdo it. Be ready for whatever comes your way, and you will make it. Ooh, man. 2022, take off. Take off. No more excuses, y'all. No more excuses. Take off. Listen, take it off. As a boxer getting into the ring, he prepares his gloves to box. He prepares his gloves, but when he wins, he takes the gloves off and says, I'm the champion. And yes, today, each one of you all are the champion because you decided to make a commitment to yourself that you were going to take off. You wasn't going to allow those things in which could have held you back. You didn't allow those things to stop you. So listen today, you guys, I am encouraging you today. This is 2022. This is your time. This is your season. This is the perfect opportunity for you to take off. No more looking back of if you are prepared or not. You are ready. You were ready. 2022, you were ready. You were here. You made it over here. Everyone could not make it. It was not everyone's destiny to make it over, but you did. And I want you to know that means something. You should know that that means something. You should know that that means something, that you made it here today. You made it. 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 2022, you made it. Yeah, we all wanted a whole bunch of other people, but as you grow, as an eagle do, an eagle and a bird can't fly together. The eagle has extraordinary strength. You're an eagle. When the storm came, you rose above it. And you're here today only because you made it. You did that. So now I want you to understand, because that you're fighting the things that you're fighting internally. Stop fighting. Let those things go. The people that you knew you need to let go, you supposed to let them people go a long time ago. They was holding you back. They was holding you back the whole entire time. But now it's time. Now it's time for every king underneath the sound of my voice, every queen underneath the sound of my voice, to take your throne, to sit on your throne and say and declare in writing that it's done. It's already done. It's already done. Take off. This year, I'm expecting each one of you guys to take off. Each year, I'm even starting back my lives. I said I'm going to get back into doing this way more often. Take off. All right? I love you guys. This is the award-winning entrepreneur, O.D. Harris. Telling you guys, 2022, take off. Take off. Just 2 words in your spirit. Just say take off. Anytime it gets bad, worse, or indifferent, I want you to take off. I love you guys. Be blessed.